Hello guys,
Hello. Morning.
how are you guys?
Fine, thank you.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming today. I think we'll begin now. First, I'd like to welcome you all and thank you everyone for coming. I know you're all very busy and it's difficult to take time away from your daily task for meeting. You can see here.
Hey, excuse me. Sorry, I'm late.
Okay, no problem. Have a seat, please. Okay, this is our meeting business. As you can all see here on the agenda, we will be mainly talking about the electric car. So I'm here. I wanna explain about electric car. An electric car is an automobile that is propelled by one or more electric motors using energy stored in rechargeable batteries. The first practical electric cars were produced in the 1980s. Electric cars were popular in the late 19th century and early 20th century, until advance in internal combustion engines. Electric starters in particular and mass production of cheaper gasoline vehicles led to a decline in the use of electric drive vehicles. From 2008, a renaissance in electric vehicle manufacturing occurred due to advance in batteries and the desire to reduce greenhouse gas emission and improve urban air quality. Several national and local governments have established government incentive for plug-in electric vehicle tax credit subsidies and other incentives to promote the introduction and adoption in the mass market of new electric vehicles. Often, depending on battery size, their electric range and purchase price, the current maximum tax credit allowed by around $7,000 per car. Compared with internal combustion engine cars, electric cars are quieter and have no type emission and lower emission in general. In January 2019, update in April, Reuters analysis 29 global automakers conclude the automakers are planning on spending $3 billion over the next 5 to 10 years on electric cars, with 45% of the investment project to occur in China.
Oh, really?
Yes, so now please explain us about the performance, Mr. Ivan.
Sure. First, about acceleration and drivetrain design. Electric motors can provide high power to weight ratios. Battery can be designed to supply the currents needed to support these motors. Electric motors have flat torque curve down to zero speed. For simplicity and reliability, many electric cars use fixed ratio gearbox and have no clutch. Many electric cars have higher accelerations than average internal combustion cars, largely due to reduced drivetrain frictional losses and the more quickly available torque of an electrical motor. However, neighborhood electric vehicles may have a low acceleration due to their relatively weak motors. Electric vehicles can also use a direct motor to wheel configuration that increase the available power. Having motors connected directly to each wheel simplifies using the motors for both propulsion and braking increase tractions. Electric vehicles that lack an axle, differential, or transmission can have less drivetrain inertia.
Sorry, Mr. Ivan.
Yes?
Could you give an example about it?
For example, the factory fetish drivers supercar accelerations despite a relatively modest 220 kilowatt or 30 horsepower and top speed of around 116 km per hour. Some DC motors equipped drag racers EV have simple 2-speed manual transmission to improve top speed. The 2008 Tesla Roadster 2.5 Sport can accelerate from 0 to 97 km per hour in 3.7 seconds with a motor rate at 215 kilowatt. Tesla Model S P100D is capable of 2.28 seconds for 0 till 6 milli per hour at a price of $114,000. As May 2017, main electric cars have higher acceleration than average internal combustions. As May 2017, the P100D is the second quickest production car ever built, taking only 1.08 seconds longer for 0 till 97 km per hour compared to Porsche 918 Spider. The concept electric supercar remark concept one claims it can go from 0 to 97 km per hour in 2.5 seconds. Tesla claims the upcoming Tesla Roadster could go 0 till 6 milli per hour in 1.9 seconds.
Okay. So do you have the data about the energy efficiency?
Sure. Internal combustion engines have thermodynamic limits on efficiency, expressed as a fraction of energy used to propel the vehicle compared to energy produced by burning fuel. Gasoline engine effectively use only 15% of the fuel energy content to move the vehicle or to power accessories, and diesel engines can reach on-board efficiency of 20%, while electric vehicles have efficiency of 69 till 72% when counted against stored chemical energy, around 59 till 62% when counted against required energy to recharge. Electric motors are more efficient than internal combustion engine in converting stored energy into driving vehicle. However, they are not equally efficient at all speeds. To allow for this, some cars with dual electric motors have one electric motor with a gear optimist for city speed and the second electric motor with a gear optimist for highway speed. The electronic select the motor that has the best efficiency for current speeds and accelerations. Regenerative braking, which is most common in electric vehicle, can recover as much as 1/5 of energy normally lost during braking. Efficiency increase when renewable electricity is used.
I want to know how about the safety issue?
My friend Mr. Friadi will explain about this, please. Mr.
The safety issues of BEVs are largely dealt with by international standard ISO 6469. This document is divided in 3 parts dealing with specific issues: onboard electrically energy storage, i.e. the battery, functional safety means and protection against failures, and third, protection of person against electrical hazards. Lithium-based batteries are often used for their high power and energy density, although they eventually wear out. Other battery types, such as nickel metal hydride, which have a power to weight ratio than lithium ion, but are cheaper, Batteries with different chemical compositions are in development, such as zinc air battery that could be much lighter. Next, charging. Electric cars are typically charged overweight from a charging station installed in the owner house or from faster charging station found in business and public areas. Compared to fossil fuel vehicles, the need for charging using public infrastructure is diminished because of the opportunities for home charging. Vehicle can be plugged in and begin its day with a full charge, assuming the home charge station can charge quickly enough. An overnight charge of 8 hours using a 120 volt AC outlet will provide around 65 kilometers or about 40 miles of range, while a 240 volt AC outlet will provide approximately 290 kilometers. Charging an electric vehicle using public charging station takes longer than refueling a fossil fuel vehicle. The speed at which a vehicle can recharge depends on the charging station's charging speed and the vehicle's own capacity to receive a charge. Connecting a vehicle that can accommodate very fast charging to a charging station with a very high rate of charge can refill the vehicle battery to 80% in 15 minutes. Vehicle and charging station with slower charging speeds may take as long as an hour to refill a battery to 80%. As with a mobile phone, the final 20% takes longer because the system slows down to fill the battery safely and avoid damaging it. Some companies have been experimenting with battery swapping to substantially reduce an effective time to recharge. Electric vehicle charging are not yet universal throughout the world. Europe uses the CCS standard, while CHAdeMO is used in Japan, and a GB/T standard is used in China. The United States has no de facto standard with a mix of CCS, Tesla Supercharged, and CHAdeMO charging station. However, vehicles using one type of plug are generally able to charge at other types of charging station with the use of plug adapters. And then, like that.
Wow, amazing, you know?
Yeah.
And then how about the price? Maybe what's the price if I want to buy this car?
Total cost of ownership. As of 2019, electric cars are less expensive to run than comparable internal combustion engine cars due to the lower cost and maintenance and energy, but cost more to buy new. However, Matthew DeBoer states the cost of ownership analysis has to be seen as somewhat unpracticable today, mainly because we don't know how much it will ultimately cost to replace batteries on aging EVs. The greater the distance driven per year, the more likely the total cost of ownership for an electric car will be less than for equivalent ICE car. However, this may only be achievable for EVs with adequate battery temperature regulation, which is critical for battery longevity. It also varies by country depending on the stakes and subsidies on different types of energy and car. And in some century, it may vary by city, as different cities within the country have different charges for entering the city with the same type of car. For example, the UK city of London charges ICE cars more than Birmingham does. Tanya. Do you have any question?
Yes, wait, how much is the purchase cost?
Do you mean purchase cost? Okay, I will explain it. Several national and local governments have established incentives to reduce the purchase price of the electric cars and other plug-ins. When designing an electric vehicle, manufacturers may find that for low production, converting existing platform may be cheaper as the development cost is lower. However, for high production, a dedicated platform may be preferred to optimize design and cost. Almost 80% of electric vehicles in the US are leased, while the lease rate for the country entire fleet is about 30%. In early 2019,
Oh, there is
Okay.
much nearer, right?
Okay.
It's time for praying, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, better we continue.
Yeah. Continue now. Alright. Kemana kok dia? Sorry, I will repeat it again. For higher production, a dedicated platform may be preferred to optimize design and cost. Almost 80% of electric vehicles in the US are leased, while the lease rate for the country entire fleet is about 30%. In early 2018, electric compact cars of 2014 are worth 23% of the original sticker price. As comparable cars with combustion engines for 41%. As of 2019, the electric vehicle batteries is a significant part of the total cost of the car. Do you have any question about cost? Okay.
So, what about operating costs?
Okay. About operating costs, according to the study done in 2018, examining only fuel costs, the average fueling cost of an energy vehicle in the United States is $485 US dollar a year, as opposed to the internal combustion engine $1.117 per year. Estimate gasoline costs varied from 1993 in Alabama to 1,509 in Hawaii.
Wow.
Electric costs varied from 372 in Washington DC to 1,106 in Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any question?
Now how about manufacturing?
Manufacturing cost. Okay, I
Yes,
will explain it
questions, yeah.
briefly. Okay, the main cost driver of an electric car is its battery. The price decreased from €900 per kWh kW. Sorry. Kilometer per watts hour.
Kilometer per hours.
In 2010 to €170 in 2017 to €100 in 2019. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, someone's done close the door. Wait. Can you close the door, please? Mr. Free. Good. Thank you, Mr. Free. So, what next? Our discussion is near with ethical conclusions now. So about the conclusions made for the progress that the electrical vehicle industry has seen in the recent year, not only extremely welcome,
Yeah.
but highly necessary in light of the increasing global greenhouse gas levels, as demonstrated within the economic, social, and environmental analysis sections of this webpage. The benefits of electrical vehicle far surpass the cost. The biggest obstacle to the widespread adoption of electric powered transportation is cost related, as gasoline and the vehicles that run on it are readily available, convenient, and less costly. As is this demonstrated in our timeline, we hope that over the course of the next decade, technological advancement and policy change will help ease the transitions from traditional fuel-powered vehicles. Additionally, the realizations and success of this industry relies heavily on the global populations, and it is our hope that through mass marketing and environmental education programs, people will feel incentivized and empowered to drive an electric powered vehicle. Each person can make a difference, so go electric and help make a difference.
It's look like we've run out of the time, so I guess we'll finish here. Again, I want to thank you all for
You're
taking time out of your busy schedule to be here today. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. We close the meeting today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Itu nggak kelihatan nggak? Nggak apa-apa.
Yeah.